Hey, this is Jake. He worked with Tech Sales Mentors 9 months ago. We got him hired as an enterprise SDR at a top 1% tech company, paying 80K OTE. Now it's 9 months later, and we just helped him sign an account executive role, working remote, paying $140,000. So I'm going to run through a couple questions for him to let you all know how his experience was working with us. So, Jake, what was your situation before working with us?
Yeah, so I was fresh out of grad school. I have two bachelors and a master's. I hadn't really tried too hard to get a job. I'd created my own company, and I knew that if I took a normal job, that I would want it to be remote. And I came across Chris on TikTok and I was like, wow, this is interesting. I can make this much money remote and still do what I'm doing. And yeah, I reached out to Chris and kind of we went from there.
That's great. And what made you, reach out instead of just doing the job search on your own?
Yeah, so I did do it on my own for I sent 4 or 5 applications and I didn't even know that I heard back from two of the 4 or 5 applications that I sent out, and I didn't know that that was like super, super rare.
Uh-huh.
And I actually made it to a final interview just being myself.
Uh-huh.
And I I will say the best thing from Tech Sales Mentor is I had no clue what actually went into prepping for an interview. And
Mm.
like now, like this most recent round, I just followed the same blueprint, still had my scripts, and I just changed the why about the company at the end and edited it a little bit, adding in what I've been doing from the last 8 months. But overall, I'd say the mentorship and that I learned 9 months ago and knowing like what the interview process is going to look like through
Mhm.
each step was completely worth the money just knowing how to interview.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. And it sounds like it's helped a lot later in your career as well. You found me on TikTok. What made you feel like you could trust us to spend thousands of dollars on without us running off to Mexico with your money?
Yeah, so uh I I wasn't sold like right off the bat. Like I was like, oh, this is sketchy. Like, why am I gonna send thousands of dollars to a dude that's posted on TikTok? But I went through the reviews. I talked to you on the phone multiple times before I sent you money.
Mhm.
And I saw that it was an actual company and you had built people around you that were also going to help. But I mean, just seeing that several people had done it before, I think was the biggest thing, and knowing that I had no clue. I didn't even know what RepView was until I talked
Uh,
to you on the phone. So like I wasn't. It was more so about it being a good company and not just some random company that's going to pay me some money and I get to be remote. But I mean, I think it was a really good company and it was a tough decision to leave. But the AE role is doubling the money basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So fast forward to today, you were in your SDR role for how many months?
8 months full
8 months.
time.
And then recently you reached out to me. Do you remember what you first reached out to me and said?
Yeah. So at in the SDR role over 8 months, I was the top SDR in the company. I did 300% quota in August. And I just updated my LinkedIn every month with like my stats basically. And that was
Yeah.
another thing that I learned in the Tech Sale Mentor process is like I've always been super competitive. And so like I was just gonna keep updating it and keep
Uh,
telling people how competitive I am. So I
uh,
was getting a good bit of people reaching out to me.
uh-huh.
Most of them I was like, I would look at RepView and be like, trash, trash. This one I looked at and I was like, oh shoot,
Uh-huh.
it looks really good.
Uh-huh.
And so I did the first 2 steps of the interview on my own, and then I felt really good that like, oh, I'm gonna get a job offer here. So I texted Chris and I was like, what do you know about this company? Like, what do you think? And he reminded me that it's just smoke until I actually have the job offer. But when I get the job offer, to call him. So we did that, and he confirmed, yes, this is a good offer, and he even helped me negotiate for free. And I think that also speaks to tech sales mentors can be more than just a transactional,
Mhm.
here's your BDR role. It could be a relationship throughout past just your time when they put you in an SDR role.
That's awesome. That's amazing. What would you say to somebody who's considering working with us?
It's definitely worth your first paycheck. I mean, I saw it as I had some money saved up. I didn't know anything about tech sell jobs. And
Mhm.
so for me, it was worth it just to make sure my company was a good company.
Mhm.
And then I learned a lot of the perks of how to interview and how to update your LinkedIn. And I mean, those are things that'll go past that initial cost in that first job. I used all of those same tactics again to get the AE role. So yeah, it's worth the money, and it honestly could be worth even more money than that because when that first check came through, I was like, wow, I've only 2 weeks into my job and I pretty much paid for tech sales mentors, and now I can just go hit quota and make a lot of money.
That's amazing. So, last question. Are you going to hit me up 8 months from today for that promotion?
Hopefully, I'm just crushing the numbers so much
Good.
that I don't have to. But yes, anytime I have a contract or a potential new job offer, I'm sending it to Chris.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you so much. That's all I got here.